What if one of the biggest reasons so many adults over 75 struggle to stay strong isn't because they're getting older at all? What if it's because they've been focusing on the wrong foods for years? Maybe you've noticed that getting out of a chair takes a little more effort than it used to. Perhaps climbing a flight of stairs leaves your legs feeling weaker, or carrying groceries now feels like a workout. It's easy to tell yourself, well, that's just what happens when you get older. But what if your muscles are actually asking for something they're no longer getting enough of? Here's something that surprises many people. After the age of 70, your body becomes less efficient at building and maintaining muscle, even if you're eating the same way you always have. Scientists call this age-related muscle loss, sarcopenia, and it affects millions of older adults around the world. The good news is that muscle can still be built and maintained well into your 70s, 80s, and even 90s. Your body hasn't forgotten how to repair itself. It simply needs the right support. Today we're going to talk about a surprising fruit that deserves far more attention than it usually gets when people discuss healthy aging and muscle health. No, it isn't a magical food, and it certainly doesn't replace quality protein like eggs, fish, dairy, beans, or lean meat. But when combined with enough protein and regular movement, this fruit may help support the processes your muscles rely on every single day. And before the end of this video, I'll share one common mistake that prevents many older adults from getting the full benefit of the healthy foods they're already eating once you understand it. You may start looking at your meals in a completely different way. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, I'm so glad you joined us. This channel is dedicated to helping adults over 50 stay healthier, stronger, and more independent with practical, science-based information. Because growing older doesn't mean giving up your strength. It means learning how your body changes and adapting your habits to support it. Let's begin with something we all know to be true. Every year that passes, our bodies change. Recovery after physical activity may take a little longer. Balance may not feel quite as steady. Muscles that once stayed strong with very little effort now require more attention. If you've noticed these changes, you're not imagining them. They happen to nearly everyone. But here's the encouraging part. While aging is inevitable, losing strength faster than necessary is not. Think about the everyday moments that depend on strong muscles. Standing up from your favorite chair, walking through the grocery store without needing to stop and rest, picking up your grandchild, carrying laundry upstairs, gardening on a warm afternoon, even maintaining your balance when you step off a curb depends on healthy muscles working together with your bones, nerves, and joints. Researchers have found that muscle isn't just about strength. Healthy muscle helps regulate blood sugar, supports metabolism, improves balance, reduces the risk of falls, and even contributes to a longer, more independent life. That's why protecting muscle after 75 is one of the smartest investments you can make in your future health. Now let's talk about the surprising fruit I mentioned earlier. It's not famous because it's high in protein. In fact, no fruit is considered a high-protein food. Instead, this fruit earns attention because of the nutrients it provides that help your body make better use of the protein you eat. That fruit is the kiwi. At first, that might seem unexpected. Most people think of bananas for potassium or oranges for vitamin C, but kiwi is one of the most nutrient-dense fruits you can include in your diet. It's packed with vitamin C, antioxidants, fiber, potassium, and plant compounds that support overall health. Why does that matter for your muscles? Because building muscle isn't just about consuming protein. Your muscles also depend on healthy circulation, reduced inflammation, collagen production, and recovery after physical activity. Vitamin C plays an essential role in producing collagen, the protein that helps support tendons, ligaments, skin, and connective tissue. Those structures help your muscles perform their job efficiently every time you move. Kiwi also contains antioxidants that help protect your cells from oxidative stress. As we age, our bodies naturally experience more wear and tear at the cellular level. While that's a normal part of life, eating a diet rich in colorful fruits and vegetables may help support your body's natural defense systems. Now, before anyone misunderstands, let's be clear. Kiwi is not a replacement for high quality protein. If your goal is maintaining muscle after 75, you still need enough protein throughout the day. Foods such as eggs, Greek yogurt, fish, chicken, beans, lentils, soy foods, and dairy products provide the amino acids your muscles require to repair and grow. Think of Kiwi as a helpful teammate rather than the star player. It supports the environment your muscles need, while protein provides the actual building blocks. Imagine planting a garden. Protein is like the seeds. Without seeds, nothing grows. But those seeds also need sunlight, water, healthy soil, and proper care. In much the same way, your muscles benefit from a complete nutritional pattern, not a single miracle food. I'd like to ask you something. What do you usually eat for breakfast? Is it eggs, oatmeal, yogurt, fruit, toast, or maybe something completely different? Let us know in the comments below. It's always interesting to see the healthy habits people have developed over the years, and your ideas may inspire someone else to make a simple improvement. Here's another fact that many people don't realize. Studies suggest that older adults often need more protein per meal than younger adults to stimulate muscle protein synthesis, the process of repairing and maintaining muscle tissue. That doesn't necessarily mean eating enormous portions. It means spreading adequate protein throughout the day instead of saving most of it for dinner. Imagine waking up each morning knowing your body has what it needs to stay active. Picture yourself walking with more confidence, standing a little taller, and feeling steadier as you move through your day. As you start to notice these positive changes from small, consistent habits, you'll likely discover that healthy aging isn't about finding one miracle solution. It's about giving your body the support it has earned over a lifetime. We're only getting started because the next part of this discussion may be even more surprising. I'll explain why one of the healthiest foods many seniors eat every day may actually be limiting their muscle building potential without them realizing it. I'll also share several simple habits that work together with good nutrition to help preserve strength, improve mobility, and support independence for years to come. Now, let's come back to the common mistake I mentioned earlier because it's one of the biggest reasons many older adults don't see the results they're hoping for, even when they believe they're eating a healthy diet. The mistake isn't necessarily eating the wrong foods. In many cases, it's simply not eating enough protein throughout the day. Many people grew up eating a light breakfast, a modest lunch, and saving the largest meal for dinner. While that routine may have worked decades ago, our bodies change as we age. Muscle tissue becomes less responsive to small amounts of protein, meaning your body often needs a little more at each meal to effectively support muscle maintenance. If breakfast consists only of toast and coffee, or perhaps a bowl of cereal without much protein, your muscles may be missing an important opportunity to receive the nutrients they need early in the day. Think of your muscles as a home that's constantly undergoing small repairs. Every day, tiny repairs are taking place, whether you've been walking, gardening, carrying groceries, or simply moving through daily life. Those repairs require building materials. Protein provides those materials, but your body also benefits from vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that help support recovery and overall health. That's where nutrient-rich foods like kiwi and other colorful fruits fit into the bigger picture. Another habit that deserves attention is staying physically active. You don't have to become a bodybuilder or spend hours in a gym to benefit. In fact, some of the most effective exercises for older adults are simple movements performed consistently, standing up from a chair several times, walking at a comfortable pace, climbing stairs when it's safe, using resistance bands, or lifting light hand weights can all encourage your muscles to stay active. The amazing thing about muscle is that it responds to being challenged. Even after the age of 75, your muscles retain an impressive ability to adapt. Research has repeatedly shown that older adults can improve strength, balance, and mobility through regular resistance exercise. That doesn't mean progress happens overnight, but it does mean your age alone doesn't determine your future. Imagine waking up a few months from now and noticing that standing from your favorite chair feels a little easier. You walk across the room with greater confidence. Carrying groceries no longer leaves your arms and legs feeling completely exhausted. Those changes don't come from one special fruit or one perfect meal. They come from dozens of small choices repeated day after day. Hydration is another piece of the puzzle that's often overlooked. As we grow older, our sense of thirst naturally becomes less reliable. Many people simply don't realize they're drinking less water than their bodies need. Even mild dehydration can contribute to fatigue, reduce physical performance, dizziness, and muscle cramps. Drinking enough fluids throughout the day helps support circulation, nutrient delivery, and normal muscle function. Sometimes what feels like a lack of energy is simply your body asking for more hydration. Sleep also plays a much bigger role than many people realize. During restful sleep, your body performs countless repair processes that help maintain muscles, tissues, and overall health. If sleep is frequently interrupted or consistently too short, your body has less opportunity to recover from everyday activity. Good nutrition, regular movement, and quality sleep work together like members of the same team. When one is missing, the others have a harder job to do. Let's talk for a moment about another colorful group of foods that pair beautifully with protein-rich meals. Berries, citrus fruits, cherries, and other deeply colored fruits contain vitamins and plant compounds that support overall health. While they don't directly build muscle, they contribute to a balanced eating pattern that provides the nutrients your body depends on every day. Eating a variety of fruits and vegetables is one of the simplest ways to nourish your body without relying on expensive supplements or complicated diets. One question I hear quite often is whether supplements can replace healthy food. For most people, whole foods remain the foundation of good nutrition. Supplements may be appropriate in certain situations, especially if a healthcare provider identifies a deficiency, but they generally work best as a complement to a healthy diet rather than a substitute for one. Real food offers a combination of nutrients, fiber, and beneficial plant compounds that are difficult to replicate in a single pill. Now, I'd like to ask you another question because I'm genuinely curious. What activity do you most want to stay strong enough to enjoy? Is it traveling with your spouse, playing with your grandchildren, working in the garden, taking long walks, or simply remaining independent in your own home? Share your answer in the comments below. Sometimes, reminding ourselves why strength matters is just as important as learning how to build it. Here's something encouraging to think about. Your muscles don't know your birthday. They respond to how you care for them today. They respond to movement, adequate protein, proper nutrition, hydration, and recovery. Every healthy meal, every short walk, every gentle strength exercise is a signal to your body that these muscles are still needed. And when your body receives that message consistently, it often responds in remarkable ways. As you start to notice these positive changes, even the smallest improvements can become powerful motivation. Perhaps your balance feels steadier. Maybe you're less hesitant when climbing stairs. You might discover that everyday tasks require a little less effort than they did just weeks before. Those aren't dramatic overnight transformations. They're the quiet rewards of consistency. And over time, those rewards can add up to a healthier, more independent life. We're almost at the final part of today's discussion. Next, we'll bring everything together, reveal the simple daily habit I mentioned at the beginning, and talk about practical ways to create meals that support muscle health without making your life more complicated. Sometimes the most effective changes aren't the biggest ones. They're the small habits you can actually maintain year after year, and those are often the ones that make the greatest difference.